Hey, quick quiz! Are you normal? Or have you too been personally victimized by Pokemon contests? I mean, not to point fingers or anything, but if you ask players what they like most about Pokemon, you'll probably hear them say something like, "It's fun to battle. I like hunting shinies. I enjoy challenge runs like Nuzlocke."
Oh, they're so sugoi kawaii ne.
Or they'll admit it's just nostalgia. What you probably won't hear is something like,
Well, my favorite part of Pokemon is the contests in the Hoenn region, hey.
which is understandable. That's no one's favorite part, and it's definitely not Game Freak's favorite part either, QQ. But it's definitely a part. Why, I often think back to the days when I furiously mashed the A button, creating Pokeblock after Pokeblock with no real understanding of what I should be feeding my Blaziken and why, because I had the reading comprehension of a lightly toasted bagel. But now is my time for redemption. Oftentimes, a Pokemon champion must ask themselves, what's next? And the answer is clear. It's time to prove my Torchad is indeed the fairest of them all. Goodbye, Pokemon blood addiction. Hello, crippling Pokeblock dependency. In case you don't remember, or I'm old enough to be your cringe whinand, you create Pokeblocks by stealing a case from a fellow child and pounding berries into a special little square. You need specific berries to get specific flavors, and there's all kinds of berries. Some of which I've heard involve country girls making do. There's a whole field of that type of berry right here. What a lovely couple, sharing their berries with the entire world. I tell them exactly what I think of their berries, and I get back to business. Pretty simple, you smack the A button in time with the pointer. For some such as myself, this is the prequel to a rhythm game addiction. Then you force feed them to your Pokemon one after the other. No worries though. Torchad is trying to get them gains, so he's perfectly happy with this arrangement. Block time. I love blocks. Blocks are great. Yes, I love blocks. I love blocks. I love them. I do. I love blocks. You also want to make sure your poke has at least 2 moves that are the same type as the contest you're entering. Torchad needs a little help in this regard, so I'm going to teach him Overheat. And in we go. Pokemon contest buildings aren't in order. Game Freak instead chooses to tease you in Slateport and won't stop blue-balling you until Verdant-Turf Town. But no matter. The first contest, and as you can see, the entire crowd is astounded by Torchad's beauty. It's all just too easy for him. Now, you may assume that going first is for the best, but haha. No. There are so many contestant sabotage moves in these babies that it can be absolutely rage-inducing when you're very close to a win and the Pokemon after you completely ruins your chances. But on the bright side, Overheat is nice since it works great as a 4th-in-line move. Also, apparently cool-type moves don't get the penalty in beauty contests? Who would have thought? To no one's surprise, the normal contest is no biggie for Torchad. Obviously, he's the modern-day Mona Lisa. On to the next. Pokeblock! Apparently, this guy will make a portrait of my Torchad if I win this super contest, so at least I guess there are stakes this time. Wow, tough crowd. Only 2 hearts for my Torchad? Honestly, I'm offended. Dear Satanya, look at this buffoonery. Why is it that these Pokemon use moves that aren't the right attributes so often? The AI is about as dumb as I am, though, of course. Not quite. Works for me, though, cause Torchad's killing it despite the inferior bird's attempts to ruin his life. Another contest down and another ribbon won. I'm slowly starting to realize why they haven't brought this back to the franchise. Would you like a Pokeblock? Till you try, you shouldn't knock. Here's a riddle sure to shock. Answer soon, the clock goes talk. Blocks feel good when on your socks. Finally, we can double back to Slateport, the semi-final contest. Looking at my competition, I can tell it's not their best day. The Nuzleaf in particular invokes my ire, as it is clearly attempting to be a great value Combuskin, which is bad enough in and of itself. Unless you're a furry, there's no need for Combuskin when you have Torchad. So of course we're going into this one highly motivated. Somehow this contest was easier than the one before it. Also, am I insane? Or does the image in the background look like Sailor Moon's pendant? I'm just now noticing this, but considering I didn't spec into observational skills at spawn, I'm proud I made the connection at all. The final contest is in Lily Cove. It's it's time to max out my boy's beauty stat or die trying. Probably die trying because I'm not about to waste time looking for the best berries, which I get punished for immediately because the whole crowd is silent while gazing upon my Torchad's exquisite visage. Maybe they were so astounded by his beauty they forgot how to speak. Such is the reality I choose to believe because other options are just too painful. I hate this, bro. I hate this Gyarados. I have to do really well during the appeal portion to make up for having lower beauty than the others, but the sabotage tactics are just rough in the master rank. It's always very painful when they say Torchad didn't stand out this round. Like, what kind of heresy? I lose twice before I choose to teach Torchad a new move, that move being cut. Hopefully this will give me some sabotage power of my own, which seems important considering the lethality of the Gyarados. But the third attempt, Gyarados isn't even here, and I don't get the chance to sabotage these inferior beings, since it was never a good time to use cut. Curses. So on the next try, I use cut right away. Might as well. It doesn't do much, but now I can say I used it. And since I'm stubborn, that's all that matters to me. It's a bit of a gamble to go for overheat here, but odds were high that it would be okay, and it works out for me just fine because Altaria wasn't able to move anyway. Thanks, Pichu. What an ally. I feel like the Altaria at this point is just salty that it has no chance to win, and is just trying to take the rest of us down with it. But I have faith in Torchad's beauty, and I have faith in these other Pokemon being way less powerful than that Gyarados. I almost feel bad for them. I wonder what it must feel like to lose to Torchad. To know, deep down in your heart, you'll never be anywhere close to his appeal, to his power, his status as Pokemon champion and the most beautiful in all the land. But again, all we have to show for it is a ribbon, so no one's a winner here! So, remember when I said Game Freak teases you with contests by making the buildings appear out of order? Well, it teases you, and then once you finally get to the, climax, it's like when you edge for a long time, but the payoff is just like taking a sip of lukewarm milk. I think I would like to see contests make a comeback, but not in this form. It could use a better incentive. In the past, I think contests were a way to give children who were too dumb for the battle tower something to do post-game. I fell into that category, by the way, so don't feel bad. But at the end of the day, it never really feels worth it. Oh, and the guy who draws the portrait of our Pokemon probably just ran it through a TikTok filter, so he should be fired. With my power as Pokemon champion, I can probably get rid of him, so maybe that's what's next for me and Torchad. Becoming Hoenn's dictator. It's the least they can do after we saved the entire region at the ripe old age of 10. And then Torchad will win all contests by default. They'll be too afraid to lie to the world by saying Torchad isn't the most beautiful, tough, cute, smart, and cool. He will be worshipped, and all will be as it should be. Thank you, gamers, and good night. Just kidding. Did you really think you'd get away from this without another cringe Pokemon rap? Try this on for size, kid. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That's how you console your girl. I know that's what you told her. But let me take a gander at your only homework folder. Does she think she's pretty then, or give you the cold shoulder? If Torch has got you slipping, get him like his world tripping, falling head over heels for the energy he's tripping. When you find he's got your girl, keep your head on doors or flipping. Just be fan, Torch is good with the double dipping. Yes, Mom, that's a new cringe record! Were you watching me? Hey, thanks for watching. Every video, we stray further and further from God's grace. But as a definitely true anime 2D only demon girl, that is merely a step in the right direction. So thanks for being a part of that journey. You can subscribe to go down that path with me, but commenting and liking is also super poggers, bro. Stay healthy, kids.